Marketing and branding is key to any business, and your personal brand, your personal business, you.inc is no different. And so LinkedIn is critical for anybody who wants to grow their professional brand. In this video, I'm going to show you the tips, the tricks, and how to finesse your professional brand on LinkedIn. Let's get into it.
Be ready to get this work.
Get this work.
And get this work.
Come get this work.
So if you're new to LinkedIn, more than likely, this is what your page looks like, a blank canvas. And so we're going to work from top to bottom on, again, giving you tips and tricks on how to optimize and make the most out of your LinkedIn profile to build your professional brand and have recruiters knocking at your door to help you, wanting you to get this work. Cool. First thing we want to knock out, man, we're going to start at the top in the header piece of the profile. You want to have this, right? I see plenty of people that leave this empty. This is like the first piece of real estate, first opportunity for you to show who you are as a brand. Couple of different ways to get this done. So easiest way is literally to click on the picture icon. And if you don't have a picture, just pick any one of these to pop up on your banner. It's an opportunity again for you just to showcase who you are and your brand. You want this to be clean. So a lot of times LinkedIn has the pre-built ones already. And like I said, a background can help you stand out. That's what you want. You want to be able to stand out on LinkedIn. And so I'm just going to save this. And what you'll see, the first thing that happens is it pops up. It's the first thing people see, right? Now, if you really want to elevate this and take your banner to the next level, here's a quick little bit that you can do. So if you go to canva.com, and on canva.com, in the top, if you don't have an account, you can create an account for free. At the top in the search bar, if you type in LinkedIn will come up and you can go to LinkedIn career page background. And from here on Canva, so I'm not going to create an account right now. I'm going to skip the tour. But over to the left, you will see that they have already pre-built banners that you can customize and play around with. And so let's just say I'm going to pick, depending on the direction you want to go, I like this one, all right? Olivia Wilson. All right, already pre-built for you. Let's grow. Let's grow to be successful. Has an email, phone number, and it's as simple as just changing some of this stuff out to make it your own. Designer. I'm trying to get in business development, so I'm gonna say business development. Of course, I'll have to change the picture. Can delete and insert my picture here. Same thing with the email address, phone number, and website. But they got hundreds of designs that you can pick from to really just, if you want to add a pop to your end profile. And again, that pop, man, you want people to know that you're different, that you stand out. And so easy way, after you're done building it, you would go to share, download as a PDF. It's already sized for you, so it has the right dimensions to fit. You download and literally you go and you say, I want to upload a custom. I can change my photo, upload photo, and boom, you have a fancy background, right? First tidbit. Second tidbit, you gotta have a profile photo. You have to have it. See plenty of people that leave this profile photo empty. Again, it's about building your personal brand. Here you have a bunch of examples. People, what you'll see in these 5 photos that they display, the examples, is that they don't have people. It's not a cropped out photo of you with a group of your friends and they see your arm or somebody else's arm touching you, right? You want a straight headshot in this profile photo, and it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to go out and get a professional photographer. It's as simple as, again, taking a selfie with your phone. Make sure to smile. If you don't like your smile, you don't have to show teeth, but you want to be friendly. You want to be someone that people can approach and want to have a conversation with, right? And so simple headshot with your phone works perfectly. And again, Canva is great for this. So I'm gonna give you another tidbit. So if we go back to the home page of Canva, if I go back to LinkedIn and I can say, we got a headshot. Oh, LinkedIn profile picture. Boom, not gonna sign in, but it's as simple as this. So you can take that headshot, drag, drop your headshot into one of these. And the cool thing that Canva has this feature where you can remove the background. So detach image from background. It makes it super simple. If you're liking your profile that you took, make it simple, right? I didn't remove this background, but you will see, all right, super simple and easy. Don't have to make it complicated. iPhone is a solid enough phone where it will come through and look good on your profile picture, right? So boom, after we upload a profile picture, let's see if I can use the camera. Oh, I can. Here we go. Boom. Can move this around. All right, we're gonna zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna add a filter. Cool. Don't make it complicated, right? Smiling picture. I'm rocking a hat on mine. Would I rock a hat? Yes. Think shows my authentic self. Making that choice is up to you. But easy peasy, breezy, simple as that. You're halfway there. The hardest parts are knocked out to getting your profile picture set up. All right. So to this point, we have the banner set up. We have the profile picture set up. From here, next thing that we want to do is hit this edit button at the top underneath the banner and profile picture, which helps us to create this first piece of information that individuals see, right? So you see your first name, last name already there. Pronouns, you definitely want to put your pronouns in there. Important, a lot of organizations out there that are focused on diversity and inclusion, they want to know what pronouns you use to be more inclusive. Next is your headline. Now your headline, again, is what people are going to see. It's like a mini commercial about you. And so you want to make sure to have a headline. Easy headline. If you're looking for a job, it's to put that you're looking for that position, right? And so at Rework, we tell individuals that put that you are aspiring, don't mind my spelling, this development rep, all right? And so then there's this little feature. You can either put a slash and break it up, an emoji. I've seen them people use emojis, all right? But this breaks it up. And ideally, you want to have 3 different kind of titles up here of what you're looking to be and a little bit about you. And so for me, I encourage folks to put what you aspire to be or what you are, right? Next bit, something a little bit personal. So I'm going to put girl, dad of 2, right? And I'm breaking it up again. And then I'll put the new to pickleball. So I recently started to play pickleball. And again, you want to give some professional, something personal, right? Something that attracts people and make people go, oh man, I can get along with this guy. Again, it is the first step to building your brand, right? After you put your headline, and if you need help with this, Rework has a cheat sheet to help you develop your headline. I'll talk more about later. And then so your industry, gotta knock out your industry. So if you want to get into tech sales, this is important because as recruiters do searches on LinkedIn, a lot of times they will put in the industry that they are looking for. They want individuals to be in this specific industry. This is how they do searches. And so if you're looking to get into tech sales, this piece is important. In the industry, you want to put internet. And so the first thing that comes up is internet information. Technology, information, internet is what you ideally want to put in this tab. Education. If you've gone to school, perfect. If you haven't gone to school, it is okay to turn that bad boy off. I'm sorry. This is notifying your network when you make changes so you can keep this thing on. So if you've gone to school, perfect. You can put it. For me, interestingly enough, I didn't go to college. So I'll put no college. No shame in my game. But if you have gone to school, even if you didn't finish, it's okay to put whatever school you went to in this field, along with whatever degree and field of business. Whenever you started, if you expect to finish, put that you expect to finish. And a description is not nice to have, not necessary. You hit save. And so for me, I'm gonna put no college. Now, again, this is important that you put something in this field just because you want the algorithm to pick up that you're completing your profile. And so we're gonna put save, and it says your intro is saved. Perfect. And so now it's gonna ask for a little bit more information. And so, all right, so the next thing that you want to add is that you want to more than likely go to this add profile section here, and I highly recommend that you add an about. All right, now the about is ideally this, again, an opportunity for you to showcase like who you are. In my about section, tell people who I am, where I'm from. It's almost like similar to like the about me question that you get at an interview. It gives people a preview to know who you are. You want to make this personal and professional at the same time. Rework Trainer has a cheat sheet for creating the about section. So if you're interested, feel free to hit me up. But if not, I'm just gonna drag and drop my current about from my profile. Boom. Easy peasy. And while you're here, it also makes sense to add some skills into here, right? And so the skills, I'll show you a cheat sheet on skills in a second. So we'll come back to adding skills. And I'm just gonna save. Boom. All right, next spot I wanna put is my experience. Now, ideally, this is relatively simple. You're just gonna copy the titles and the places of employment from your resume onto your LinkedIn profile. It's the basics of what you wanna do. Add a description. It's bonus points for adding a description, right? But this is relatively self-intuitive, and so you want to knock this out. You also want to possibly add any skills that you've gotten from this job. So if you're like, hey, Shelton, I learned some communication skills in this position, I would add that here. Top 5 skills that you use, particularly in this role. Now let's get into using this thing. So clearly you can, of course, go to the job section and search for jobs. And I'm going to show you a little trick, something that you want to do. So if I go to if I type in BDR for BDR roles, you'll see that on majority of the job posts on LinkedIn, you'll see that they have this the skills section on the job post. And if you go to the skills section, it will say, hey, these are the skills this company is looking for. Do you want to add these skills to your profile? And of course, you do. So if I go to, let's just say, I'm going to go to the BDR position at Vouch. And I am going, they didn't put any skills. So let's find a company that put some skills on here. Sales manager position. All right, here it is. It's going to say skills. Here's the skills that they're looking for. I'm just going to add these skills. And it's going to ask you, when did you use these skills? You can say where you use them, whether college, whether your current position, previous positions. And you would just say, here, there you go, add. And if I were you, I would go back and add all these skills. Reason is that when recruiters see if you do apply for a position on LinkedIn using the LinkedIn jobs feature, they'll see that you match all the criteria that they were looking for. And so I would definitely spend some time adding these skills that are on the job descriptions to your profile. LinkedIn makes it extremely easy to do it. All right. Cool. Back to our profile. So at this point, we got some skills added. We're cooking at this point. Now, of course, LinkedIn is one of those platforms that is not what you know, it's who you know. It's a networking platform. The more people you know, the better. And if you don't know anybody, it makes it extremely hard to connect. If you're not connected with anybody, so let's say, for example, I wanted to get a job at DocuSign, one of our partner organizations. One of the things that we encourage people to do at Rework is coffee chats or informational interviews. It's a lot more difficult to do a coffee chat or reach out to somebody if you don't know them. It's like if I went to DocuSign and I said, see all employees, you see all the employees listed here. It has them listed as LinkedIn members because I'm not connected to any of them. And so if I was to click LinkedIn member, it lets me know, it says, hey, you got limited visibility. You need to grow your network. And if you don't know that many folks in the tech industry and the professional industry, it's hard. And so here's my piece of advice that I'm giving to grow your network. Start by connecting with yours truly, Mr. Get This Work, Shelton Banks. And so what you would do in order to do that is you would hit Shelton Banks in the search box, and you should be able to find me, CEO Rework Trainer. And of course, you're going to hit follow. All right, but you're not going to stop there. So following does not mean that you connected with me. Following just means that when I put out content on LinkedIn, that it'll let you know when it's in your feed, you will see that content related to me. I do put out helpful content related to growing your network. I'll talk about the partners, organizations that we partner with. But we're going to take a step further, and you are going to go into my profile, and there is a more section that you will find. Under the more section, you see the button connect, right? So you're going to hit the connect button. Now, it's easy just to be lazy and say send a connection request. But when I tell you, I get a lot of connection requests on a daily basis. And the ones that really stand out are the ones that include a note. And so if you're watching this video, to make this easy, you're going to add a note. And you're simply going to say, hey, saw your video, and I am trying to grow my network. Let's get this work. Boom. All right. I want you to put exactly that. Saw this video, trying to grow my network. Let's get this work, right? That'll give me the indication of like, all right, plenty of people that spam me on a regular basis. But if I see this, I know you're trying to grow your network. I know that you're not trying to sell me anything. You will hit send. And just like that, I will get a notification to let me know that you were trying to connect with me. So look, I'm going to connect with you right now. Connect with myself. And I want to show you the difference of what a LinkedIn profile, how LinkedIn could work for you when you are connected with folks. All right. So I got the connection request. I am going to refresh. And so now you will see that anytime you're connected with somebody to a one-on-one basis, you will see this little icon here that says first. That lets you know that you are like connected with that person, right? The degrees of separation between me and you is only 1 degree of separation. I know you, you know me. We're connected, right? But now, if I go back to DocuSign or any other company and search and look at their employees, I can now see everybody. You can now see everybody that I'm connected with. You can see the degrees of separation of people, which makes it a lot easier to grow your network. Now, this isn't to say, hey, you're going to connect with me and just go spam and connect with people. I'm not recommending that at all. In fact, if you do that, I will unconnect with you because that's just spammy. I don't know nobody likes spam. But what this does help you do, as you strategically look for positions and say, hey, I want to get a job at DocuSign, it makes sense to start connecting with these folks to potentially get set up for a coffee chat, time to pick their brain. And so what that potentially looks like, send, connect, same type of note, like, hey, Elizabeth Carroll, see that you work at DocuSign. I'm trying to actually become a BDR, MDR at DocuSign. I would love to get some time on your calendar to pick your brain. Simple as that. That is the first step to not only growing your LinkedIn profile, but also the first step to getting an informational interview, first step to along your career to help you get this work. All right. So now that I've connected, this is a lot like, again, building your brand. It doesn't happen overnight. You want to continuously do this. So I got literally one connection. LinkedIn rewards people that have over 500 connections. So that's where it stops at. 500 connections is where it will hit you with the 500 plus connections is where it will stop. And that's your goal. That should be your goal, to get 500 connections over the next month. That's you intentionally just going out. Not everybody's going to connect with you, but being intentional, trying to get at least 50 connections a day. I guarantee you, if you're looking for a job, doing that will help you get there a lot faster. Having these connections, because again, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Make sure to go over, follow me. If you haven't already, make sure to fix your profile. People want to see authentic people. And again, you'll see in my profile that I have something a little bit different than when I typed. It's nothing wrong with going and looking at other people's profiles once you're connected with me and seeing some stuff that, you know, hey, I like this. I'm going to put this on my profile. I'm going to steal this and use this for me. It's nothing wrong with doing that. I encourage it. So I can't stress enough again how important using LinkedIn is to just building your brand in general. Whether you're trying to get into tech sales or not, it's a major key. Gives you direct access to recruiters, direct access to hiring managers. And at the end of the day, Rework to Get This Work community is a direct partner with LinkedIn. So oftentimes we get direct tips and tricks from them. In fact, check out this clip from a recent partner day that we did with LinkedIn that was focused on helping people to get this work.
Hey y'all, my name's Audra Duran and I am the social impact lead for Chicago at LinkedIn. Rework Training is one of our signature partners, and what that means is that we help them incorporate LinkedIn trainings into their curriculum so that their participants can use LinkedIn platform to the top of its capabilities. Because Rework has done such an amazing job of already teaching participants of how to leverage it appropriately, we're going to be focusing on mock interviews with Rework participants. So our coaches on the LinkedIn side are going to be walking through a mock qual call, giving feedback, providing coaching, and just overall networking with somebody who works at LinkedIn.
You got to hear from the folks at LinkedIn. If you got to tell a candidate one thing that you don't want them to forget, what would it be? I'm starting with Brian.
You can never prepare enough. Give yourself more credit.
Definitely practice out loud.
Being authentic to yourself too, right? Don't ever discredit the kind of background you have.
Find that point of connection.
Using quantitative metrics in terms of demonstrating impact.
Do research, remaining calm within yourself.
Having that enthusiasm for the role and communicating that goes a long way.
If you need more time to answer a question, it's better to take a breath and say, let me think about that for a second, than just spit out the first thing that comes to your mind. So remember, uncomfortable silence during an interview is totally okay.
I practice when I do the STAR method is use it on real life stories that you have. If you had a great weekend, if you hung out with your family or you did something, tell your friends that using the STAR method.
Focus on you, who you are, being vulnerable.
Smile and breathe. Yeah, we're all human, so we're all prone to, in terms of having pressure.
Everyone gets nervous. Everyone has tech issues. Everyone makes mistakes. No one cares about that. It's how you bounce back from it.
Having specific examples or stories that you can draw upon, especially during the behavioral type of questions, I think is huge in helping build that personal relationship with the interviewer.
Be realistic and anticipate the things that can go wrong. Your internet's going to cut off. You're going to get someone that's not giving you a ton of information. Maybe they're obnoxious, and just anticipate it and be able to have a more seamless transition in your responses.
Don't be afraid to use the same examples in so many of your interviews. They don't know that you've used it 3 other times, or the same examples rather. So don't be afraid to do that. They do not know.
Think about what structure works best for you and just rinse and repeat.
Leverage your different professional or personal experiences and just find creative ways to tie that back to the job description or the question that an interviewer is asking you.
Confidence, I think, speaks a lot about your personality and the way you come across.
Reflect on your growth. Remember where you started and where you came from.
Don't overthink it. Go for it and make sure you set the next meeting or solidify the next steps in the current call.
People want to talk to people. Be your true, authentic self. And if a company doesn't want you for who you are, then you don't want that company.
Everyone loves talking about themselves. So dive deeper and you can have really meaningful conversations that way.
Have 3 stories and bank. Be confident. Don't doubt yourself.
There will always be that throws you off guard. And I think the point there is don't get nervous, think through it, ask questions, and then just show that there's the way to solve the problem, even if you don't have the right answer.